America's 250th birthday is coming up this weekend, but along with that this week is oppressive heat.
Is this hell, bro? No!
Lord, whatever you cooking out here, it's done. I checked it, it's done. It's done. I mean, it's done, Lord, please.
It's hot as
Last video, we explored the European heat wave and how people were handling it.
This guy literally just had his window pushed all the way open and he put his fan right in front of the window. Legendary.
This video, we're going to get into the USA heat wave. And right now, it's not a person on the planet that can't tell us that it's not hot as hell. What it look like, TV?
I am back! What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did you miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insidians. We're inside and we're comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And I'm back with another one. Now today, y'all, we gonna get into this heat wave, this heat that is sweeping across the country. And I'm gonna ask all my Insidians to take a moment and make sure that you're stocked up on water if you don't have an air conditioning and you have some type of way to cool yourself down. Because right now, it's dangerous outside.
If you're in any red spots or purple spots on this map, or red or purple spots on this map, I need you to stick with me for just a second. Hi, my name's Madison. I'm a meteorologist. I live in the Midwest, but I talk about the weather across a good portion of the country. This heat that we have in the forecast this week is extremely dangerous. These are the forecast feels like temperatures for tomorrow afternoon. So this takes into account the humidity and the temperature and nothing else. Des Moines gonna feel like 112, 104 in Sioux Falls, Nashville 103. These are like insane levels of heat. But Tuesday is when things start to get a little different. We actually see that heat risk shift and we see some of those higher temperatures begin to creep further to the east. Now it feels like 111 in Chicago, 104 in Nashville, 106 in Saginaw, Michigan. And by Wednesday, we're baking. Highs shift even further to the east. Now, areas like Philadelphia feel like 112. Washington feels like 109. And Raleigh feels like 105. These maps that you're looking at are heat risk maps put up by the National Weather Service. And these are basically put together to give you an idea of how dangerous this heat has the potential to be. It looks at things like the heat, the humidity. It also looks at like the local climatology of an area to know how often do you see heat like this. So this map is going to be super helpful over the next couple of days as you're planning outdoor events. I mean, it's almost the 4th of July. Everybody is outside right now. So please make sure you're keeping up with any alerts. National Weather Service will likely start issuing some heat-related alerts. You need to make sure you know the temperature. You need to make sure you know how to stay cool and stay hydrated. And then you also absolutely need to know the symptoms of heat stroke and heat exhaustion and what you need to do in those instances so that it doesn't become an emergency, because this heat will be a problem this week. It's likely to continue into Friday.
You saw the map. You saw the map. Pretty much anywhere you go in the country right now, it's under some type of heat alert. And it's dangerous out there and people are hot as hell.
It is miserable outside. It's 90 degrees, 89 degrees here right now, but it feels like 102 and it's almost 8 o'clock. These are the days I feel for people with no air conditioning. Oh, miserable. But I will say one thing about this heat, man. It just like sucks your life out. All I've wanted to do all day was sleep. And I'm just like, my body is just so tired.
Literally, I'm not cut out for this heat. Walked maybe half a mile. Maybe. Like, this is not normal. Take me back to like 75. Like this 90s and 100 degrees in Boston. Criminal. Criminal.
Did they not have sunscreen where you grew up?
I just want to show y'all something. I'm at the car wash.
Hey y'all.
And it is so hot out that my glasses are fogging up when I go outside.
Hey
watch.
Y'all. Hey
What the
I can't front. It's nothing more annoying. It's nothing more annoying than when it get that hot that your glasses keep fogging up. That's annoying as hell. But like I told y'all, all across the country right now, no matter where you're at, is some type of heat advisory.
Reporting to you live from the godforsaken state of Maryland, also known as the 7th ring of hell. It is currently 100,000 degrees and it should be around that same temp for the next 4 days. It is also 100,000% humidity. It is like walking in sludge out here. The air is thick. It is disgusting. Stay inside. Maybe go to the local library, go to the movies, an indoor activity. I'm getting sunburned just reporting to you out here, but it is boots on the ground journalism for me, always. Oh my God. Move your plants to the shade. They're probably all gonna die anyway, but give them a chance. I gotta go inside. It's too hot. God help us all.
It's alright.
Everybody always say, John, how hot is it in Arizona? Oh, it's not that bad. My rear view mirror.
Fuck. Y'all see that shit moving?
I appreciate you coming out here.
Let's hurry up.
You okay?
It's hot. You ain't hot?
It's not that bad.
It's 94 degrees outside and it's night.
Now, in the last video in the UK heat wave, I made sure to mention and let them know that the whole 2-3 day shower thing is out the window in the heat wave. You have to get in some water at least once a day. Had to let the Europeans know that. So I'm letting you Americans know that too. 100+ degrees, it's no showering every 2-3 days no more. Everybody in this country has to get into some water every day to wash all this sweat and this gook off. And everybody has to use a little bit extra deodorant so we don't offend each other.
I'm going to say something, and some of you are not going to be happy about it. But it is June. It is 102 degrees where I live at the moment. We need real deodorant, okay? We need some aluminum in there. It's going to be fine. I know it's scary. At this level of humidity, I need clinical strength. I need prescription level. I need whatever they are using on industrial machinery. The natural deodorant movement has gone too far. I cannot be sweating through a sundress, trying to smell like eucalyptus and optimism. It's not enough. It doesn't work.
No, that doesn't work. No, don't ruin it. No.
Ooh, baby. This heat today, my God, I ain't been outside for about 30 seconds and I'm already breaking a sweat. To the girls who put on natural deodorant, stay away. Aluminum only. Get you something strong. I don't want the right guard to turn left. And I don't want the speed stick to slow down, baby. I need you to have full protection. Baby, I had a triple reapply today. I said, baby, I can't risk it. Because goodness gracious. Ooh, baby, I don't want to go to hell. Hell no. Drink your water, stay hydrated, and get in some air conditioner. Get in the shade. Because, baby, this heat is beating my ass. And I ain't even did nothing.
Anyone got any deodorant?
I know to all my foreigners that's outside the country, you may think he was playing that up and, you know, getting a little joke and a giggle out of it. But nah, he was being dead serious, man. This is like life decision type heat. Like, you change your life when you experience this type heat.
I gotta straighten out my life. This heat wave made me realize I can't go to hell.
It's a different type heat till you experience it. I really can't put it in words. Man, it gets so hot sometimes that things just catch on fire out the clear blue. And that may sound like an exaggeration to you, but sometimes it get hot, so hot, that things just catch fire.
Yeah. Ahí está prendido. Jesus.
Nobody lit that mulch on fire. So that's just a mental note to all my Insadians out there that got a lot of mulch in your flower beds. If you're on one of these hotbeds out here, you know what I mean? Keep an eye on it over the next couple of weeks when we're heating up like this, because mulch can just spontaneously combust if it sits in the heat long enough. You just witnessed it. So be careful out there. In the last video, UK heat wave, we was examining how their government was trying to restrict the use of air conditioning or tell people how they can use their air conditioning. And a lot of us Americans thought that that was an overstep or overreach. And we was, laughing about it in the comment section. But would you imagine that they trying to pull that same thing in America? And all my Europeans, I want y'all to pay close attention to this. This is how you respond when your government tries to overstep their boundaries. This is how Americans are responding to a slight ask of us, of our air conditioning. This is how we're responding.
78 degrees, they want the air conditioners. You're going to ask the civilians to make their air conditioners 78 degrees during a heat wave? That's not our cross to bear. How about you ask Times Square to ease up on their lights for a day or two? Ask the M&M store to display only one of their characters dancing on the billboard. Or pick one color M&M for the billboard instead of 5 for the evening. We got to put it to 78 degrees during a heat wave? That's natural air at that point. Pack it up. Go sit outside. Maybe I'll consider putting mine from 68 to 70 just to be generous, to be considerate, but inhumane.
I didn't even know that you could set your air conditioner to 78. Mine's only got one setting, blanket.
It's frickin' freezing in here, Mr. Bigglesworth.
That's it, man. That's the only thing that mine's gets set to. 78? 78? That's a glorified fan at that point. You know how much wattage I'm using to get to 78? That's a waste of time.
Guys, experts are recommending that we set our air conditioners to 78 during the day and 82 at night. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know why my AC has a temperature gauge at all, okay? That thing's on. It's at the lowest temperature possible. If I could hot wire my air conditioner to get that thing to a lower temperature, that's what I'm going to do. What is the point of having it on and not having it at the lowest temperature? And listen, heat wave begins. Yeah, when the heat wave begins, the ACs be humming, okay? The eco mode is off. It's high fan, high cool. Power save mode does not exist in this moment, all right? And 82 at night, what are we doing? Removing wallpaper? I mean, I want to be able to store meat in my bedroom as I sleep, okay? I want icicles forming on the top of the AC. I want to see my lights flicker and hear the power surge through my house, knowing the extreme amount of electricity that's pulsing to make my home comfortable. Because, listen, I got these babies humming right now. Still sweating in my bedroom, okay? So, stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop.
If you keep your AC over 74 degrees, please don't invite me over to your terrarium. Freaking lizard people. The lizard Illuminati sounds crazy till you realize that there are people choosing to sleep without a fan on. I don't understand it that people don't understand this, that it was so hot outside that somebody invented something to make it cold inside. Temperature inside should never start with the same number as the temperature outside. I'm waiting for some of y'all to do that weird blinky thing where you blink without blinking, like 2 sets of eyelids, like lizard. Yeah, that. Freaking beef jerky people.
Everybody in here that has air conditioning knows one thing. No matter what you set that air conditioner to, whether it's 78, whether it's 62, 60, 58, however low yours can go, no matter what you set it to, that bill is going to be ridiculous at the end of the month. That's a guarantee.
He ain't lying.
So it don't make sense to set it to something that you're not going to be comfortable with, because at the end of the month, your electric bill is going to, you're going to have to pay for this, and you're going to have to pay for it royally. So I'm not telling anybody what to set their air conditioning to, because I'm not paying that bill. So I'm going to leave that one alone. But anyway, man, when the foreigners on the outside looking in say that America has everything, they're not lying. But I think they overlook the fact that we have everything, including all the weather, even weather that you never even heard of.
And forecasters are predicting a double heat dome across the U.S., with one setting up on the West Coast and the other setting up on the East Coast. Both high-pressure systems will trap the heat and humidity in the same place. And basically, this puts over 200 million people in the bullseye for this extreme heat. And this is a warning that everyone should heed right here from the National Weather Service. They warn that increased risk of heat-related illness, and they urge you to prepare now by staying hydrated and limiting your outdoor activity. And as predicted by many, this can and will be a very dangerous situation for many people. So plan ahead and heed this warning. And this is in effect from June 30th all the way through July 4th, with temperatures all across the United States reaching well above 100 degrees.
The forecast calls for tears.
See what I mean? We in a double heat dome. When was the last time you ever heard of a double heat dome?
Huh?
I never heard of that, man. Be honest with y'all, I think they be making this stuff up every year. They just be coming up with new terms, but it sound good, man. We in a double heat dome.
It's a giant dome. Domes are so cool.
And we all know with this extreme heat comes some weird storms. Weird storms always accompany extreme heat. And that's the part nobody talks about. Imagine going to the store, it being hot and sunny. You in the store for about 15 minutes and then this happened.
I don't like this at all.
I don't either.
Are we gonna be able to hide?
Oh, hell no!
What you gonna do? What you gonna do if you get caught in the middle of a microburst storm? What you gonna do? I'm telling you, man. With this heat come a whole bunch of extras, man. I think a lot of people that's not from the USA, they talk like they can handle it, but until they get here and they actually experience it, they realize it's something totally different.
No.
This conversation is only for the Europeans who tried to convince America that their heat waves were hot. As you see, your professional elite athletes are struggling. France is struggling. Norway is struggling. England is struggling. Czech just arrived yesterday in North Texas. I'm telling you right now, we just live differently. We're not bragging. It's just that you guys made this weird competition when you said that 80 degrees was hot where you're from. And I get it, it might be hot to you, but it is literally raining right now and it's 85 degrees. Like we are just used to heat in the summer. Like you guys just don't understand that piece of it. And we're not trying to be facetious. This has nothing to do, if you've never been part of this conversation, then hop out. This is for the Europeans who are always like, you guys don't understand our hot is hotter. Your professional elite athletes are struggling right now. They are struggling. Your elite athletes. What do you think you're going to do here?
Like I said, I'm not trying to get into no argument. I'm just showing you what the vibe is. And right now, the athletes, they were having a hard time. And even a lot of people that actually moved from Europe to America that's getting to experience this heat, they're saying the same thing.
This is my first time in the US during summer, and I'm thinking about all the videos I watched last year about like how British heat is worse than American heat and how British heat is hotter than American heat. I'm in the south of the US right now. What is it on my hair? I have never experienced humidity like this, and I grew up on an island by the coast of Africa. It's a tropical island by the coast of Africa. I understand humidity. I was born in humidity. The air here is thick. It's heavy. It's hot. It's sticky. Anyways, heat is heat. I regret to inform you guys, we also have a way of measuring real feel, accounting for things like humidity. Before, British people are like, yeah, but in Britain we have humidity. It is so hot. But I would much rather prefer spending my time in the US during summer than I would in Italy, though, because at least over here I don't have to smell BO. Like, that's nice. It's like revolutionary, honestly. The lack of BO makes summer better. If the discourse was about the enjoyment of heat, then I would have agreed. It's much more enjoyable to be hot here. But guys, British heat is not hotter than American heat. Like, what even is American heat? Are you talking about Arizona heat, Florida heat? Anyways.
She grew up on a tropical island, and she's saying she has never experienced the summer with this type of humidity until she came to America. And she grew up on a tropical island, y'all. So I think that says a lot. This heat in America is just totally different. But with all that being said, for all my Insodians out there that do not have air conditioning, I need you to pay real close attention to this next clip if you're just working off of solely fans. Because if you don't have an air conditioner, then you really have to be aware of your body and aware of the signs of heat stroke. Because sometimes the fan can play tricks on you.
Here's something that you're not going to believe at first, but it might save your life or your grandparents' life. In a heat wave, electric fans do not cool you down. All they do is trick your brain into believing that you're cooler. I know, you're saying, wait a minute, I've used fans my whole life, lady. And yes, you do feel cooler if it's less than about 90 degrees outside. In a heat wave, the neurobiology changes. Isn't that fascinating? I didn't even know this until I wrote this story for the Washington Post last year. Fans stimulate the thermal sensors on our skin, which sends a signal up to our brain saying, look, we're cooling down. And that actually tells your brain to say, okay, we don't need to sweat as hard. That is a big mistake because fans are not actually cooling your core. Even though you feel better, you're actually approaching heat exhaustion. The solution is water. Get yourself one of those little handheld fans that like sprays mist all over you. Yeah, it might ruin your hair. Who cares? This is a heat wave. Put an icy towel around your neck. If you don't have air conditioning, or your parents don't have air conditioning, or your grandparents don't have air conditioning, tell them.
Spread the word. Be safe out there because heat stroke is real. People are passing out in this heat.
I know everybody's been saying it, but take this heat seriously. I've been out there today and I passed out and face planted on the concrete because I got too hot. Like, this heat is dangerous, so be careful out there, y'all.
First off, before we go any further, we want to wish Miss Storm Ryder a speedy recovery. Like I'm trying to explain and make everybody aware of, heat stroke is real. So you want to move accordingly. You want to make sure that you stay hydrated and try to stay in a cool place. But with that being said, it's a whole lot more dangerous than just the daytime high. Everybody focuses on the high temperature. But a lot of times the low for the day, the overnight low, is just as deadly as the daytime high.
You might be surprised by this, but the worst part about a heat wave is not the afternoon highs. So it's not when temperatures feel like 100, 105 degrees and blaring sun. Because on day one, that sucks, but it's survivable. The worst part is the overnight. Because those daytime highs are intense. They're rough and they can be very dangerous. But if you have a place to cool down, then you're fine. And once the sun goes down, everybody cools down, supposedly. But if overnight lows only fall to the mid to upper 70s, nothing has cooled down. Buildings, houses, roads, the ground itself are all still holding on to a lot of heat from the day prior. So if that next day is supposed to be hot again, it's going to be so much easier for those temperatures to climb outside and inside your home. And over time, this cycle can actually physically raise the temperature of the materials of your home and make it even harder for your air conditioning to cool things down. And that extended exposure of heat with no break during the overnight hours over time can make heat waves very, very dangerous. That is why the overnight is the worst part of a heat wave, even though the afternoons can suck.
Makes a lot of sense what she was saying, and it kind of explains the spike in your air conditioning and why you hear your air conditioning working so hard the third or fourth day of some of these heat waves. So it's something just to keep in mind, just something to keep in mind. But everybody out there, stay safe. And this wasn't no competition between us and the Europeans or anybody else. This was just showing what we go through in the summertime because, like I said earlier, America is so big and we experience every season. And we experience the extremes of every season somewhere in this country. And right now, we're damn near the whole country is experiencing the extreme of summer. And this is just normal for America. We're going to move on. And, you know, air conditioning and fans and all those type things were invented to keep people comfortable. And the people that can afford them are using them to keep them comfortable. And the people that can't, because it's a lot of people that don't have air conditioning. That's a myth that's out there also, that everybody in America has air conditioning. No, a lot of people just have ingenuity and it works. So we done reached the end of this one, you know, so this one right here is going to end like all the other videos. Hit me up in the comments section and let me know how you feel about everything you have just witnessed.
Tell me how you felt about what just happened there.
And if you made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.
Cut it out. It's July 1st. It's hot. It's summer. It's going to be hot. We're going to have heat waves. It's what happens. Are you okay? Testing, 1, 2, 3. It's summer out here in this piece. Hot down, summer in the city. Back of my neck getting sweaty and gritty. Is that how it goes? Hello to the people in the back. This is what summer is. First you're complaining about the blizzards and cold weather. Now you're complaining that it's hot? This happens every year. Are you the okay? Hello to the people in the back. Are you okay? Go in your house if it's so hot outside. Me, I'm going to go out in the pool in a second. I love this weather. I live for this weather, bitch. Keep that cold weather. Go yourself. Okay, good afternoon. See you later. Bye.